Hey everyone, and welcome back to Tactics with Tati. In this week's episode, we're going to be talking about some closed range strikes using our upper body. So the very first thing we want to practice is knowing our range. But really, what is range? Range is the distance between you and an attacker. We don't want to be too close, because if I can touch him, that means he can touch me as well. So a good way to do that is when they're approaching, you put in your arms, you tell them to stop. From here, I can distance my arm from where they are. If I'm close enough here, that means I'm able to hit them. If I'm way too far back, that means my hands aren't the best option and I want to go back in with my feet. So once we found our range, you can go ahead and start trying to practice your punches. Remember, when you're punching, you want to aim for your two bigger knuckles. The two weaker knuckles will break if you hit somebody wrong. Also, if you have a weaker wrist, feel free to go ahead and just slightly turn your hand just a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. That way when I'm here, my wrist is not bending up and down as easily. When you're aiming for your punches, there's a couple places that can really cause some damage. You can always hit somebody in the eyes, the nose, and the throat. Those three places will cause damage and they will be in a lot of pain. Your second option for an upper body strike is your elbow. You want to make sure when you're throwing them, you're not throwing a football elbow, which means your forearm hits the person. You want to make sure it's the tip of the elbow. And when you aim, you want to aim towards their eyebrow. This will cause a lot of damage and most likely they will start bleeding right away. So from here, I step in and I throw the elbow right to the eyes. So your third and last option, if somebody is really too close, they've already came in, now you're in a bear hug, you want to make sure that you still have control of your arms. You want to turn your palms out using your nails to scratch across their whole face. When you're scratching, not only do you want to pull it down, but you want to push away at the same time. This not only is going to damage your opponent, but if you do have to identify somebody, well, let's say he's going to be the one with all the scratches on his face. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching this week's episode of Tactics with Tati. Please remember that if you are training with people you actually like your friends, do not hurt them. You need them for next week. And if you damage them, I don't know what to tell you. You're going to run out of training partners. Always remember to stay updated and stay safe.